Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading for September 2024. This is for Cancer, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon. And if you are new to my channel, I use astrology, tarot, and my guide, so you can feel like you're getting a personalized reading. Now, I want to officially welcome you to eclipse season. All right, the planets are throwing you a party. Cancer, the planets are throwing you a party. You're obviously invited. You VIP, of course, are Cancer. All right, you got the velvet rope. They brought out like the good chips. You're good to go. And the reason why they are throwing you this party is because this month you are about to have one of the biggest changes of the year. One of the biggest. All right, we're in eclipse season. We're officially in eclipse season. Eclipses are game changers and they bring dramatic change to your life. Do you like that? That's not the only reason why this is such a big month, Cancer. All right, we've got 5 planets moving signs. 5, right? We also have 2 very significant retrogrades that I'm going to talk about, and we also have the equinox. That's right. We are moving into fall in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. And as we know, those are big moments. And that's something that we'll talk about a little bit more in your weekly forecast. But I want you to know how big of a game changer this eclipse is. The first things first, eclipses. I did a video on 5 things to expect with eclipses. I'll leave it at the end of this video. It offers more clarity on eclipses, but I want you to know this is a full moon partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. So listen, partial eclipse, sure, that might be small, but it's huge. This is huge. Why is it huge? Because I've been telling you for the past few months, actually, next year, we leave the Aries Libra axis of the nodes, okay, the lunar nodes. They're shifting into Pisces Virgo. And so you're getting a peek of what your life is going to be like in 2025 this month. And I say this month because eclipses are huge. You're going to feel the energies of it pretty much the entire month, but also there you go. We got a new moon in Virgo. What did I just say? Pisces Virgo. You're going to feel a lot of the Pisces Virgo energies of next year, which, by the way, is your 3rd and 9th house. We'll talk about that, but that's a lot of communication for you. Oh, my goodness. Some of y'all could be starting blogs, websites, maybe writing for papers, maybe doing research, getting things published as well. A lot of things happening, but again, we have this shift moving into the North Node, moving into Pisces, South Node moving into Virgo. Just know, even you see that we've got this Sun opposite Saturn aspect, the Sun in Virgo opposite Saturn in Pisces. So again, a lot that's happening this month will determine where you're at in 2025. Full moon, lunar eclipse, culmination. Something's coming to an end for you, all right? For this brand new chapter to begin. And I'm just going to let you know now, I've been saying this, I've said this in my past 2 live streams. 2025 is possibly the most pivotal, the most critical, the most important, the most impactful year of the 2020s. It is that big. 2025 is that big. So new beginnings for sure. All right. Just expect change. Expect a lot of changes that you've been seeking. Eclipses are, wild cards as well. So they eclipse things out of your life. So there could be some changes that you don't expect, but these eclipses are putting you on the path that you need to be on. All right. So I want you to remember that you also create your own reality. So open the path that you want for yourself. Okay. Adjust to any paths that are going to be happening for you. Now, you see the dates here. Obviously, this isn't it. There's more in the back. But if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, after I do this overview, after I do this spread, then I break it down week by week. There's so much happening that I couldn't even fit on the whiteboard. All right. So we'll talk about that after I do your spread. When I break it down every week, I pull more cards. I tell you exactly what to look out for, favorable aspects for you, Cancer, specifically for you, aspects to watch out for too. Now, we actually, again, not even on the whiteboard, but we kick off September. Remember, I said 2 very crucial retrogrades. Uranus is going retrograde in Taurus. 27 degrees, okay? This until January 2025. Now, these retrogrades are more about this interchange, and Uranus is all about breakthrough. So this is you having this inner breakthrough. Something, it's pretty radical, all right? Uranus is a planet that is all about, revolutionary, radical, so innovation as well. You could even have sudden awareness around this time as soon as we hit September in terms of what you want for your future, because Uranus in Taurus is your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. It's also friendships, groups you belong to, your social networks, even like your communities, even like LinkedIn communities. So you could be really going deep in terms of thinking about what you want to change. Something's going to be stirring inside you based on the changes that are happening in your physical world. All right. And remember, the bookends of retrogrades are the strongest. So you could have a really pivotal moment as soon as we begin September. Now, on that same day, Pluto is going retrograde in Capricorn until November, only a few months. This is the last time Pluto's going to be in Capricorn in our lifetime. This is it. This is it. It's over. It's done. You're definitely ending one chapter of your life with this, because the next time Pluto is going to be at Capricorn's 2268. Oh my, can you even believe what life is going to be like in 2268? That's crazy. But remember, Pluto is your personal power, its transformation, its regeneration. And Capricorns have to do with, this Capricorn energy has to do with structure, systems, organizations, traditions as well. It's your opposite sign. This is your partnerships and relationships here. So from this point forward, September to November, there's something you're going back to. Something you're going back to in terms of partnerships and relationships. It can be work, it can be career, platonic, whatever is resonating with you, where you're gonna have a moment and really purge something at this point, okay? And it can actually be that relationship, or it could be a feeling that you have about that relationship. Maybe that's something holding you back. Remember, there is that psychological depth to Pluto. So it could be even a way that you're seeing a relationship where you're getting in your way, okay? So just keep that in mind. There is just something that you're removing that you are going to set up this time, spend this time realizing this isn't serving me well. I'm going to let this go. All right. You're setting up this new vision for yourself, even perhaps a new system, because Pluto then moves back into Aquarius for 20 years, and Aquarius is the visionary, the future. So you see that we've got the 4 outer planets retrograde in September: Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Now we kick off the month on with a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd. All right. This is going to be Monday, September 2nd. Happy Labor Day if you live in the US. New moon in Virgo. This is going to be really big for you. All right. Remember, Saturn is still in opposition with, the sun, this new moon, but you've been working with Saturn's energies. Probably not going to be a big deal for you. What this is, remember, Saturn is in Pisces, and then you've got this new moon in Virgo. So again, a lot of communication here. All right. This is your 3rd house, this new moon in Virgo. 3rd house is communication. It's writing. It's learning new things. It's craving to learn new things, trying new things, but it's also aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and even neighbors. There could be some new energy around that. All right. So one reason why I really want you to pay attention to what happens around this day is because it corresponds to the full moon lunar eclipse in March in Virgo. You see what I'm saying? Like, everything here is setting everything up for 2025, and that's going to be March 2025. All right. So also could be some focus on health, fitness, wellness, and work. All right. Now, I do love. Okay. So now you see that same day, Mars is going to square Neptune. Neptune is also in Pisces. This is at 29 degrees. As we know, that is a critical degree. And I've talked about this. This is just you being your authentic self, doing what you need to be your authentic self, because Neptune brings out illusion, confusion, escapism as well. Now, Neptune in Pisces, that's your 9th house. And so spirituality, how you see things, your philosophy on things, wisdom is part of this as well. Now, the 9th house is also publishing, it's broadcasting as well, and it is long distance travel. Now, when Mars is squaring Neptune here, Mars and Neptune, I've said this before, they could not be the most dissimilar. It's like putting a goth kid in the same room with a cheerleader, you know, asking them to hang out, get along. But this is a square. As sometimes they can. Sometimes Mars and Neptune can't. This is a square. They're really not seeing eye to eye. Remember, I said Neptune is illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. But then you throw in Mars, who is kind of Dennis the Menace here, and he's stirring up suspicion and jealousy and deception. So be very mindful. This is a day. This is a new moon where when you are manifesting, we're setting intentions. You got to ask yourself, is this really what I want? Am I being honest with myself? Okay. Mars, again, being very naughty. And so because this is your ninth house, there really is something here where it could be part of your reality, but it could be something where other people are involved on your path, on your journey, where when I say jealousy, suspicion, deception, all of this, you need another person involved in this, right? So just remember, Mars can be a little naughty here. Just be your authentic self. That's all I'm asking. Choose the red pill, right? Whatever it is. Because Neptune brings that matrixy moment. Like, is this real? Like, know your reality and create your reality. Okay. Now, you see the big thing happening here. By the way, everything underlined in red is planets changing signs. Green asterisk, the best aspects of the month. Now, Mars moves into your sign all month long. So Cancer, listen, Mars in Cancer. Mars is considered in its fall in Cancer. Remember, Mars is very aggressive and Mars is like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Cancer, y'all are nurturer. You're like, no, I want to be at home. I want to be with my family. I want to nurture, got all this compassion. So just know that it can be a little bit of Mars is just going to make you a little bit more emotional. All right. And when I say that, it can be extra sensitive. And I can relate to you, Cancer, because I have Mars in Cancer in my chart natally. All right. So use this to your advantage because there are benefits to Mars in your sign. All right. This is when security becomes a really big priority, when home and family become a big priority. But remember, you are the crab. And so when Mars is in your sign, those pinchers could come out. Don't tell me that they haven't come out before, especially when you're defending your family and your loved ones. All right. So just remember, Mars in Cancer is actually for the collective. So you'll find other people maybe a little, their emotions a little heightened around this time, but just, do you and always do things with grace and always, put a lot of that action that Mars wants you to put toward family, home, nurturing loved ones. All right. Now the other thing is Sun opposite Saturn, Sun in Virgo, Saturn in Pisces, two mutable signs. So expect to adapt to some change here. All right. Sorry. I don't know if that was an eyelash. I don't know what that was. That was weird. I'm sorry. Saturn is in Pisces again in your ninth house. Saturn, remember, is the fun police. You got to play by his rules. All right. Just remember the storyline here because, again, Sun in Virgo, Saturn in Pisces. This is going to be a big, you're getting a glimpse of 2025. And so there is that squeeze. This is you doing you in the bounds of what Saturn wants. Remember, Saturn wants that discipline, but Saturn is karma and rewards you. Okay. So, this is honestly at this point, this is where you may start to know or realize or see where all your hard work that you've been putting toward your path is starting to pay off. Okay. So this is really great. But again, Saturn is like the TSA agent. Right? You've been waiting in that line. That's Saturn. Remember, Saturn's all, he's Chronos. He's like, I'm going things at my pace and you're going by my rules. And then you get to the checkpoint and Saturn's the way he looks at you. He's like, okay, random check. He's the one that pulls you out the line. And so you're not going to flip a table. You're going to grin and bear it. You're going to grin and bear it. You're going to smile. You're going to say, I'm playing by your rules. Okay. But just for now, because I know that you are also karma. Saturn is karma and rewards you. All right. So just keep that in mind. Really is all about finding this, being self-expressive, but as part of your spiritual growth and within Saturn's boundaries for the time being. Now, we also have Mercury moving into Virgo. We'll talk about that later. But again, that is big for you, particularly because Mercury in Virgo rules your third house. Mercury is a native ruler of the third house. So you see a lot of emphasis on your third house of communication. Okay. Now, what else can I tell you? Venus trining Jupiter is going to be, and I know I'm skipping some things, but again, we're going to talk about these later, but Venus trine Jupiter, one of the best aspects of the month. This is absolutely amazing. This is enormous. A lot of home energy here. Remember, Venus is in Libra all month, and Venus is in its domicile. Venus, it thrives in Libra. Venus thrives in Libra. So a lot, and these are the two benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter. And so this could be your best day. Although, I mean, this is just really special, especially when it comes to relationships. Venus in Libra is also, Venus trining Jupiter, very social. Be very social around this time. There's elements of money and love being expanded around this time as well, or some new story that's developing for you in this area. Especially, you could find it in home. Venus in Libra represents your fourth house of home and family. So a lot of love going into home this month for you and significant other, and even like real estate matters. But here's the big kahuna. Here's the big kahuna. We get to the full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. Saturn's going to be conjoining this full moon. I actually like that. I like it. Remember, Saturn is in Pisces, and Saturn is long-term goals. Saturn is commitment. So there is something. Remember, full moons bring culmination, conclusion, turning points. They illuminate something in your life. So there is something ending for you here. Something that is ending for something new to begin. Something that is asking you to ascend, something that has legs to it. All right. Remember that long-term energy. And again, this is your ninth house. So spirituality, and a lot of it's up here. Your belief system, what you consider, wisdom, your philosophies as well. Travel, long distance travel. Some of y'all could be coming back from a big old trip around this time. All right. Maybe even planning, like a big trip to come. It's also foreign cultures, foreign land. So there may be some emphasis there. You could be really, really enticed by, things from afar. Okay. And then we've got Thursday, September 19th, Sun trining Uranus, another great aspect. And you're going to see a lot of these trines. Trines, remember, are enormously auspicious. They make things so much easier for you. There is this effortlessness with trines. And you've got the Sun trining Uranus in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. So this is that big breakthrough energy. The sun is really shining here. You could also receive really great surprising news around this time. It could also be through a friend, or it could be about a friend or a group that you belong to. Also social media. Now, what else is going on? Saturday, I definitely want you to pay attention to this day because the sun will trine Pluto now. Hello. This is huge. Remember, Pluto's gone back into Capricorn. Partnerships, relationships, commitments. But this is one where it's almost... I would be surprised if someone... This is a time where someone's basically opening up a big door for you. All right. Someone's saying yes to you. This is also you coming into your personal power, having a transformative moment. We're talking about Pluto at Capricorn, your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. There's definitely doors being opened, and it could be an authority figure if you are here for work or for a passion that you're pursuing. It could just be a relationship that you're in where you're just like, yes, I'm glad that we've had this conversation. We both feel really empowered about this now. So really, really nice aspect. You do, I don't think it's on the whiteboard, but on the same day, Mercury will square Jupiter at that same time. Listen, this is just saying, just don't overthink things. All right. Don't overthink things. Just go treat yourself. Go have a banana. You'll be fine. All right. Now, Sunday, the 22nd of September, the sun officially moves into Libra. So now you have a lot of energy a lot of energy in your fourth house, your domestic sector. This is home, family, children, parents, significant other, real estate, like I mentioned earlier, properties. Big focus here. Also relationships. That's what Libra represents in general. Partnerships, peace, harmony, justice. It's very social. I can see y'all being very social this month, Cancer. But this is officially the equinox. Huge. So we're happy fall, happy autumn, happy spring in the southern hemisphere. On that same day, it's going to be very interesting because Venus will square Pluto. And so love is definitely a big theme here, especially with Venus and Pluto. Pluto, again, being in Capricorn in your 7th partnerships and relationships. So keep that in mind. There could be something here regarding money. There could be something here regarding, Pluto, when it's in this kind of square with Venus. Some jealousy vibes could come up. Just remember, be your authentic self and you're going to be fine. Handle things with grace. Be very diplomatic. Vibrate at that high frequency and you are absolutely fine. All right. Now, Venus will enter Scorpio. So this is why I'm bringing attention to Venus squaring Pluto, because Venus moves into Scorpio that same day. Venus in Scorpio, if you know astrology, you know Venus in Scorpio. This is intense but passion. Real passion when it comes to love, when it comes to money matters as well. This is and hey, Scorpio rules your 5th house of love and relationships. And so this is you feeling the vibes of Venus on a whole other level. Remember, Venus is love, relationships, creativity, money, beauty, harmony, all of that. All right. All of that. Huge focus on investments for y'all. But just remember, with this aspect, you could just feel really heightened emotions. Remember, Mars is in your sign. All right. Now, so what else is happening? Oh, and then on September 24th, Mercury trining Uranus. Remember, all these trines are so special. They're so amazing. This is big breakthrough. You could receive a big message around this time that you did not expect. Maybe an email, maybe, a DM, maybe something in the post office, snail mail, whatever it is. I don't know they do come still, right? And so just, again, think Uranus is breakthroughs. You could even have this big, brilliant idea breakthrough moment that is really, really nice for you. Now, lastly, yes, Thursday, September 26th, Mercury then officially moves into Libra. So you see Mercury's only been in Virgo for a little bit, hot second before it does move into Libra. And there you go. You still got all this Libra energy happening all month. All right. That is your domestic sector. So this is just a lot of harmonizing. This is harmonizing, communicating in a way that's very understanding, compromising, building bonds, making things happen. This is you getting ET home. This is you finding ET a phone. This is just like love. This is love. This is goodwill. This is even learning new things could be something really special here when it comes to the domestic sector for you. Really like that. Now, on Sunday, we end the month with, this is September 29th, Mars trining Saturn. I can't even begin to tell you how significant this aspect is going to be for you. You've got the two malefic planets working together in an amazing way. All right. Again, this is a trine. So Mars wants you to take action. Mars is in your sign. So a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of new idea, like just, whoa, something is going to bring you this sense of, like when you turn on HBO, you get that angelic, this is going to be the day. All right. Whatever you do around this date can lead to something like long-term goals, long-term commitment, big commitment energy here, especially with Saturn at play. So let's get to it. All right, Cancer. Remember, we are going to walk through all the other aspects that there's a lot. I was scrolling through my notes. We got about 30 aspects, this major, minor aspects this month. And that's not how we end the month. I'm just looking now. I'm like, oh gosh, there's another big thing on the 30th that you're going to love. All right. So Cancer, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you. Again, for Cancer rising, Cancer moon. If you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So Cancer, let's see what is going on for you for September 2024? Do you love how I had to tell you what year it was? Doesn't time fly by? Does time exist? Who am I? Why am I asking you these questions? Cancer, y'all are amazing. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Cancers, you know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. And don't forget, after this, we'll break it down week by week. Okay, so, Cancer, this is going to be a big month. This is going to be a big month. Remember I said Neptune. Okay, so Neptune is very active. And that we're going to talk more about these Neptune aspects that are happening this month when we break it down week by week. But I want you to be very mindful of that because it does look like there's a little bit of let's be honest with ourselves about something in September. Let's be honest with ourselves in terms of, is this the reality I want for myself? Are there big changes I want to make, but I don't feel that drive or confidence? Feel it. This is the month where changes are meant to happen. All right, so let's get started. You got the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands came up in your past, so there's been some perseverance. There's been some perseverance in terms of your passions and things that you want. That's what this card is. This is a card where it's the don't give up card is what it is. I used to say in the past that this card, if you remember 5th grade, remember your math teacher had the poster of the cat hanging from the tree. This is that poster. All right, hang in there, don't give up. And so yes, you've been feeling this squeeze, but you've been persevering. Okay, you've been resilient, which is great. But you have the 7 of Swords in the heart of your spread, and so this is saying, what are you holding on to? What are you fighting for? Are you sure it's what you want? And I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying this is saying, you gotta be honest with yourself. Okay, no shortcuts too. The other thing is, well, let me clarify that one for you. Oh gosh, listen. As long as you're honest with yourself, you're gonna be really fine. And again, what I was gonna say is that if it's not you, if you're like, I'm the most honest with myself I've ever been in my entire life, then good. Okay, then we've checked that off the list. So now we know that it might be you being honest with yourself about a relationship or someone else that could be doing something dishonest, deceitful. This card's associated with distrust, disloyalty. Okay. And letting them get away with it is the thing. All right. There's a reason why why he's stealing the swords in broad daylight. He can be caught. That's the purpose, okay? And this card is actually attributed to Moon in Aquarius, so it's an Aquarius card, and Aquarius does rule your 8th house. And so, yes, it can be something with love, and yes, it can be something with money. If it is of someone else, so it can be work-related, it can be colleague, it can be, even family member. 8th house is also inheritance and investments as well. But just keep that in mind. It could be love, whatever it is, just keep an eye out on that, because once you clear that energy, you got the Empress. You got a Goddess. Comfort, love, passion. Really sitting in this passion, feeling good. Like you got you put on your sunglasses. You're drinking a Fanta by the pool. Like that. That's what this is abundance. Okay, infinity pool. All right, maybe a Fanta with a straw in it, like an umbrella straw. Anyway, you see the symbol of Venus in the stone-shaped heart here. This is what I talk about. Goddess. We're talking Aphrodite here. This is super conscious. This is your soul glorified. This is the Empress. All right. And so there is almost this new thing that's happening for you, but this energy has to clear, the 7 of Swords, and you've got to take that action for it. All right. Now, the Empress, birth of new things. There even could be something here with pregnancy, by the way. The Empress is pregnant, but think about this new reality that I was talking about. Empress is card 3, 1, 2 equals new reality, birth of new things as well. So this new path for you, this reality that you're creating for yourself. Now, you have the Six of Swords in your challenge area, but looking at what's happening here, it does seem like you are moving your mindset, all right? There is a sense of leaving a place where you could have been in your head a lot this month, or there could have been a lot of tug of war, but you're finally, you're moving in the direction of abundance, of no stress, no worry, no, in fact, when you look at what's happening here, the only thing that could hold you back this month is you overanalyzing things or overthinking things and not taking that action. All right. Not taking action. It's just all staying up here. All right. Now you have the Seven of Wands as well in your crown. So again, ask yourself the things that I'm holding on for. Should I actually take a step back and compromise with people? If there are people involved, it does seem like people are involved here. It can be whatever resonates with you, but should I sit here and compromise and have this conversation with them? But if you do that, still be your authentic self, still stand your ground, but open yourself up to conversing. You could feel that people are coming after you as well. Hold on, I'll clarify that one for you. Oh my gosh, and then you got the 9. So listen, you just got the 9 of Cups, clarifying that. Yeah, I think that there is a sense of a big energy is knowing what you want next. Remember, I said this month is going to determine where you are in 2025. The nodes, that's a big shift. That's a really big shift. All right. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. 9 of Cups, the wish come true card. This is a card of total satisfaction, enlightenment, feeling really good. It's cups, emotions, feelings, intuition. So yeah, I think that there is something here that you're really fighting for, but just ask yourself, is this what I want? And again, it can be. And if it is, make sure that there's some air cleared with someone else. Okay. Now, page up, because you can see, by the way, I'm going to just point out, you see the wands coming after this person, but he's at the top of the hill. He's at the top. He's got a good view. He's got the advantage. Hey, other people involved. You can't see them. They're involved. Now, you have the Page of Wands here in the root of your spread. This is just saying, yes, there is something that you are passionate about. That's something that you want to go after. Travel may be something really big for you, right? Yeah. With all this Virgo, we're still in Virgo season the first half. And so there could be, and then you've got Saturn and Pisces. Those are the 2 travel houses too, by the way. So yeah, there could be something here where it could be part of a bigger story. Travel, all right? Maybe even family, seeing family, traveling with family. Significant other. You've got the 4 of Pentacles in your future. And so once you've got this path where you've this new reality, or even this ascension in your current reality where you're like, this is just fine for me, but I do want to ascend, then yeah, moving forward. And then you're just putting things in order. Okay. Putting things in order, but in a way where, again, there's a difference between putting a lot of thought into something and having those thoughts really own you. And I don't want those thoughts to own you. I want you to just put together a system. All right. Put together a system. It can be your relationship with someone else when it comes to finances, but Pentacles are your physical reality as well. You got Justice. I mean, listen, you're getting all these clarifiers that are saying you're going to be fine. You're going to be amazing. All these great things are going to happen for you, but take that action. Justice is all about action. All right. Justice is highly associated with karma too. Work with your karma. Actions have consequences. All right. Equally so, inaction have consequences too. You've got to take that action. This is a big month of taking action. It may be a bit of, it just seems like that there's going to be a little bit of you that needs to take just that foot forward to make all the things that you want to happen. All right. Just a little, even like a baby step. But justice is really great. Again, there is that element. You've got Sun in Capricorn. You've got the Four of Pentacles attributed to Capricorn. What did I say? That is your opposite sign. Partnerships, relationships, justice attributed to Libra. Libra is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So again, could be a big theme for you here. All right. So just remember, whatever's happening here with the Seven of Swords energy, everything's going to work out in your favor as long as you put things in order, but set up that structure that you need for you. All right, for you. Now let's get to your stuff. Oh my diddly days, Cancer. This is a big one. It's a big month. You know, it's a big month for everybody. It's an eclipse season. Changes. We have another eclipse in October, which we'll talk about in October. That one's going to be definitely home related for you because it's in Libra. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Cancer, all the fun stuff we love too, and we love doing this together. And you know, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. All right, so yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be 1,000% fine. Just remember, take that action. And again, a lot of it could be the fact that you know something's not right, and you're just like, okay, I need to have this conversation with you. All right, so there's got to be some compromise, and if you feel that you know, a lot of times, like I said, one of the biggest energies here is like if there's anything that gets in your way, it might be you. All right. So remember, this is a month where you want to take that action to set yourself up for next year. Like, I can't even believe what's happening here. You got death, which is absolutely amazing. You want this. You're seeking it. You want big change in your life. This is a card of major transformation, major change that's happening. All right. This is Cancer 2.0. All right. There's this rebirth happening for you, which is really special. With the sun, hello, and your external factors area. So think of this sunlight just blasting all this radiant energy into your life for the entire month. You've got all this energy. It's increasing your frequency. All right, increasing it. You can even see the rays coming from the sun here. That's frequency. All right, that's energy. So, yeah, you're going to be absolutely good here. The sun, if you've ever got a tarot reading, you know is the biggest yes. You just got it, your external factors area. This is going to be a big month. It's going to be a big month, but you can see the sun, optimism, opportunity, innocence. This is long hair. This is, look at that. You can see the wisdom child, naked, like freedom, that freeness, just you being you. This is absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you something else too. You see, you got both the death card and the sun card. So you see that they both wear the feathers in their cap, the wisdom child at the bottom, the red feathers in their cap. That is referencing the Fool. So there is this sense of, when I say this rebirth, almost like this new journey that is starting for you, but it's coming inside. There's this new thing that you want this month, and it can all happen, especially with the Emperor. I mean, like, you're absolutely good. You got the Four of Cups here. It's just saying that, yeah, you just, you don't want to, it just, there may be this month where you feel a little maybe unsatisfied with the situation. Maybe there's something that you just want to change. This card is highly associated with like boredom and apathy. And so you've got to be the initiator of that change. Okay. Now, and it's just saying that that's the last thing you want. You don't want to be bored. You don't want to feel discontent. That's exactly what it's saying. So just remember how that changed. You got the Queen of Wands. She can attract whatever she wants. Queen of Wands is absolutely amazing. She is very entrepreneurial. Or if some of y'all here for work, by the way, some of y'all here for work. Yeah. There's, you know, I mean, you've got all these wands. You got the pentacles in your future. You got the Queen of Wands as well. The Queen of Wands is Aries, and remember the North Node currently is in Aries in your 10th house of career. So there could be a lot of career energy. Again, she's a businesswoman. She is the entrepreneur. So again, that is you attracting this energy of you sitting in this throne, feeling really good about it. A lot of passion, sitting with your passions as well. She's very, people gravitate toward the Queen of Wands. She's very charismatic, very optimistic. But again, there is something, that is sense of this resurrection happening and you seeking it, especially with the Page of Wands too. You know, you see the pyramids in the Page of Wands. And then you see it also with the Queen of Wands as well. So there is, you know, I call them resurrection machines when you see those pyramids. Anyway, let's break it down, y'all. Cancer, let's see what's going on for you for the first week. We talked about Uranus going retrograde, Pluto going retrograde, the new moon in Virgo, which is really big. One thing I didn't tell you is that Uranus will trine Pluto. How amazing. This breakthrough that you're seeking, you're going to have. This is going to be big. Now, this can be with also your relationship with a friend, a lover, significant other, maybe work related. Remember, Pluto's moved back into your partnership zone. You've got Uranus and Taurus in your 11th house, social network, groups you belong to, communities. There's something big here. All right. Major empowerment energy. Now, we did talk about Mars squaring Neptune and Mars moving into your sign, which is going to be there all month long. And let me just give you a heads up, Cancer. Mars is going retrograde in your sign. I'm going to talk about this in my next live stream. Actually, by the time I post this video, that live stream will be done. So I talked about it in the last live stream. Mars in Cancer with the retrograde this December, moving back into your sign. Big. And then Sun and into January. So again, things that are happening now, determining where you are in 2025. Anyway, Sun opposite Saturn, we talked about that as well. Just, you know, you're gonna start seeing that your hard work is paying off. So let's see what's going on for you. All right, for the first week of September. Oh, look at you. I love that. Ten of Swords. Yeah. Let it go. Flush it out. All right. Anything that you feel that, okay, it can be, you know, this card. Sure. There is a sense of betrayal. There's a sense of, you know, even like, oh, I can't go anymore. Like just so much happening up here to the point where you're just like, you know what I mean? Like when it's like you need to take a bath because you've been over analyzing things, that type of energy. But as you see, this is not a bath. All right. But what it is the sun coming out. This is a card of new dawn. 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. So there is this new dawn. All right. The sun, as you know, is very, very optimistic. And so those dark clouds are clearing. So in a way, this is a blessing in disguise. It's saying this is your time, this first week, to not overanalyze, not sit with things, not have things taking up too much headspace, but learning from anything that may have happened. So it empowers you moving forward. So you never have to go through that experience again. And that's what happens with that card. It's saying any experience that you're going through now, you won't have to go through that same experience, but you've got to learn. Okay. You've got to learn. It's part of your karmic journey. Remember, you have justice in your future. You're going to be fine. You're protected. All right. Now let's see what's going on for you for the second week. Mercury moving into Virgo. This is when boom, boom, boom. You are going to be communicating. You are going to be communicating in a really big way. Another day that I really love for you is the 11th. So mark September 11th in your calendar. Mercury will sextile Mars. Now I know that we had this last month. We had this aspect now last month, but they were in different signs. Now Mercury's in Virgo and you've got Mars in your sign. So this is really, really big. This is stimulating. I love this. You're going to feel some movement here, especially with the way that you're thinking, processing things, as well as messages and communication. I do like Thursday, September 12th, Sun squaring Jupiter. This is when, you know, you're probably just going to treat yourself. There's a lot of stimulation here. You've got Sun in Virgo, Jupiter in Gemini, 2 Mercury ruled signs. So a lot going on up here, but this is almost like very productive, like Girl Scout energy, Boy Scout energy. Like I can do this. I'm going to be great. Nothing can stop. So cogs are turning. All right. And then we talked about Venus trining Jupiter, which is absolutely amazing. Let's see what is going on with you, Cancer, for the second week of September. Look at you. Look, that's great. Okay. So this is really great. You see that shift from the physical mind to the higher mind? Love it. Love it. Okay. Trusting your intuition, going really deep, knowing that you're protected up here. She is the guardian of the subconscious. This is being in touch with you. With you, all right? You know, in astrology, the moon rules you, right? And so the high priestess associated with the moon, you even see the moon at her feet. You see even her headdress is different phases of the moon. Anyway, really nice, really nice. It's just sitting with your thoughts, but in this way of intuitively reflecting, being in touch with your higher self. I love this. This is great. Now, third week, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. That's going to be September 17th. I'm nodding my head a lot. I don't know. That's new. That's new. So keep that in mind. This is when you're going to feel that shift. Big changes. Big changes happening. One day that I do want to bring to your attention is the 18th, Cancer. This is when Mercury is going to be opposite Saturn. So this is a day not to sign contracts, make agreements, negotiations, maybe not even book a trip. Remember, Saturn is in your 9th house. But anyway, there could be something here with like long-term goals, commitments, where you just want to, if there's anything that you're signing, I would not do it this day. I would just wait a day or two. Okay. Now you see that the day after, though, you got this breakthrough with the sun trining Uranus, as we had discussed. Now on the 20th, the day after, the sun opposite Neptune. So you see, this week is a little interesting. It's like you saw Austin Powers when he's in the car, and it's like, it's like that. So there could be like, sun opposite Neptune. This is just a day where this aspect can make people self-critical. Remember, the sun is in Virgo and it's opposite Neptune. All right. So work on that. This is where you want to work on that compassion energy, but compassion for yourself. This is honestly, it's like when you buy furniture, maybe from IKEA, whatever, you're like, I got this. And you put it together and you see you did it all wrong. The finished product, all wrong. You're like, why am I like this? Don't do that. This is a day not to do that. All right. That's what sun opposite Neptune wants you to do. Don't do that. This is when you don't want to overreact. You want to have that compassion, work with a higher energy, the higher vibration of both the sun and Neptune. And then we talked about the sun trining Pluto. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the third. We're on the third week. Yeah. For the third week of... September. Very good. Good for you. Good for you. A lot of self-confidence here. In fact, strength is attributed to Leo. Leo rules your second house of self-worth, self-value. It's all coming through. You see this progression here. All right. This is really great. Strength, that inner courage, inner strength, find that source of strength. What brings you strength? What gets you through the day, right? So the week, the month, whatever it is, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it. You're gonna be great. Now, last week, September 22nd, we officially move into Libra season. We've got Venus squaring Pluto, and then Venus moving into Scorpio. Again, one thing that I want to bring to your attention, Cancer, for you, Venus in Scorpio is your 5th house of love, relationships, creativity, money, procreation, all of that. But there is this like, so much passion, heightened passion, seduction. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. Anyway, but what else can I tell you? All right, so there is, and then on the 25th, September 25th, yes, Mercury will be not only trining Pluto. I didn't even tell you about that either. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. You could sell sand to a beach this day. All right. This is just you being very influential, persuasive. Communication is going to be like very, very powerful in that regard, especially when it comes to partnerships and relationships. But on that same day, Mercury will be opposite Neptune. All right. So again, that illusion, delusion, confusion, especially with an opposition, this is just cutting through that fog. And sometimes you do need that fog in order to see the truth. Okay, so just be mindful that's going to happen. Then Mercury moves into Libra. Mars training Saturn, big deal. Obviously, we'll talk about that more in the weekly forecast, but we end the month with a Mercury Cazimi in Libra in your domestic sector. Okay, so that's really, really, really special. Cazimi is when Mercury is in the heart of the sun, very powerful. Clarity, awareness, a refresh. Really great, really great. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the last week of September. Look at you. Look at you. Who are you, Cancer? You tell me. You tell me. Well, I'll tell you. You're Cancer. Listen, 10 of Pentacles. You're good. You're golden. You see the path that you're like. You're fine. You're fine. You just got to work with a little bit this 7 of Swords energy. A lot of it really is facing realities, facing your reality, knowing your reality, creating your reality. Okay, and being honest with yourself. That is going to be a really big thing. But you've got the 10 of Pentacles. You see, this is legacy. This is speaking of family energy. A lot here. You see the 3 generations of family. You see, it's raining Pentacles in the form of the Tree of Life. This is so special. This is prosperity. This is success. You see the harvest here. You see how big the castle is. This is amazing. A lot, inheritance is associated with this card. Again, that is going to be something that could be really big for you. But anyway, you're good. You're absolutely good. Just work with this energy. You see the progression here. You're going to be absolutely fine, Cancer. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what's going on. And next week, we'll go deeper into these aspects. All right, Cancer. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.